Hey guys, this is the October case study update. I know we're almost halfway through November, but with friends and family and the holidays, this has been a compressed time to try and get through everything. I'm just trying to get this up to make sure I'm keeping these up to date for you guys and that everybody can kind of see how everything's going. I started in May 2021. I did do what would be termed a summer niche, which means that I'm hitting this month 6 timeline going into really the dead of the entirety of this niche. So what I am hoping is that when it starts to kick back in March to April, that I'm going to ramp way past the timeline. I expect to be lower than the timeline based on being lack in seasonality and new content because nothing is old enough to rank severely well without any links. I'm hoping for monthly income around $5,000, which would be kind of where the P24 timeline ends up with around 4,000 to I think 4,800 as the full time income. And I added 11 posts to get me back to 80 and to keep me on time. Um, as to their expectations, basically, is that you make just around $4.50 this month, and you'd have 80 pieces of content. So I'm currently aligned with it, although I will be short traffic, and I think I'm actually short income too. It's just hard when there's just a lack of traffic on the topics in the first place, and is that slow, horrible part that you'll experience, especially if you choose a super time-oriented niche that's not year-round season. So the costs are the same as every month at this point. Nothing's changing. Nothing's being swapped out. I'm just running with the same thing. For analytics, you'll see it does say I'm up from 124 to 137. So, I mean, I went up in traffic, but not noticeable. I am happy with the average time on page up to 550. As for Search Console, um, yeah, the the overall clicks went down, impressions went down, position really didn't change much. I added a lot of content, and there's still just a lot of stuff that isn't really ranking itself. And I think it's the same problem most people have is until you finally get whatever trigger piece of content that really starts everything showing up in Google, it's kind of just sitting around not sure whether or not I'm worthy enough to be anywhere. So as to Search Console, there's 51 total indexed, but 34 not indexed. So I mean, out of my 80, I have a good chunk that don't exist anywhere. And then, as you'd expect, SERP Robot is just absolutely horrible. Not going anywhere, and just keeping at it. Got another 120 posts basically to go until I'm through everything that they would have within their Project 24 timeline. Let's see what it does. Amazon, there's a few clicks, so I'm starting to get some people to look at the few affiliate links I put in there. I have one best page that kind of ranks. When it ranked is when I got that last sale last month, but it dropped back down again, so it is what it is. As to ad income, you'll see that's 250. So, I mean, you can see with the traffic, I make money when we get traffic, but there's plenty of downtime where there's just no hits. There's no traffic to the website. There's nothing to help it look impressive at all. Probably, as a hint, wouldn't start a summer niche going into winter unless you'd like 12 months of banging your head against the wall. I won't know if I'm hitting everything perfectly, possibly until March, but hoping that it'll turn itself around. I've been shooting through what I can again this month to try and figure out if I could do any best style posts, but those might be done next month itself. And I know this one's super fast and super quick. I'm gonna continue to build this through 24 months. I'm gonna keep to the timeline. I'm hoping to build something that'll make $5,000 a month by the end. Um, I'll probably, I feel like at the end, want to sell this site just because if it's really gonna be a peak summer style niche, then it's gonna be a lot of ups and downs. You'll make a lot of money within those 4 to 6 months of summer, but then the website's almost in sleep mode for 6 months. So if you're going to keep something like this, then you'd want to build something that's the opposite, that would be popular for the 6 months of winter and then slow down during the summer. So that's the way I might go. I don't know right now. I'd love to hear anything if you're interested. And I got some cool Amazon stuff coming up. Maybe this week. We'll see. I've got family in here all week. It might not come until the first week of December, but I'm glad to have you guys all around and talk to you soon.